So today we are going to be doing the throat chakra healing spreads. I just wanted to say really quick thank you to everyone that has taken the time to subscribe, hit like. It's really kind of awesome to see the feedback from you guys, and those that have left comments, thank you for taking the time. Like I said, the feedback's really amazing, especially when your spirit's kind of like, this is what you're going to do and you're going to like it. Hearing the feedback and knowing that it's resonating with you, or just seeing that thumbs up, really does do a lot. So I appreciate you guys for co-creating in that way with me. Today we are doing the throat chakra spread. Huge shout out to the Capricorns. I think you guys are going through an enjoyment right now, because I'm looking at all of the videos collectively through YouTube, and I'm seeing like a higher spike in views on the Capricorns than any of the others. But I did start with the earth signs like twice already, so I'm going to start with air signs this time. Like I did the last time for the heart chakra, all of the information about the throat chakra, how to heal it, different ways to help you feel better if you feel like your throat chakra is blocked, or you get this reading and you realize that your throat chakra is blocked. All of that information is at the end of the videos, so that you guys can watch it then, you can get your reading, you can come back to it, you can screenshot it, whatever works for you. So, I just wanted to say again, thank you for being here and sharing space with me, and I appreciate you guys. All right, let's get on with this. Hello, Sagittarius. So today we are doing your throat chakra healing spread. Let's see what we've got going on for you guys. I asked my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, and my ancestors, please help me to set aside my ego so that I can give Sagittarius the message that is in their highest good possible. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I really don't know who that I love you was for, but they clearly need to hear that, because I just like popped out in between my thank yous. All right, so the first card is going to be the card representing your throat chakra right now. Let's see what the throat chakra is like, Sagittarius. Ooh, feeling questy, feeling like you are seeing things differently, seeing things from two different perspectives, seeing things as clear as day and night, seeing things as different as day and night, choosing which way you want to go from seeing things differently. Beautiful. And I'm getting this as like a metaphysical thing, an understanding, a higher understanding, a connection to self, an understanding of self, a connection that you're now understanding with self. Okay, what is something that Sagittarius unconsciously feels guilty of that they need to let go of, please? Feeling guilty for having self-love. Now, this is an unconscious guilt. So there are certain things that could possibly call out to this being a guilt that you have, but it makes it really hard for us to step into our true soul paths if we feel guilty for taking that step of self-love towards our soul paths, because a lot of us are falling into our metaphysical selves, and that has a lot of changes that are playing into the everyday life, and it's all well and good to go after this path, but these unconscious guilts that stem from conditions, conditioning that we had as children or growing up, will hinder that growth. And the lesson that is needed to be learned here will pop up somewhere on the quest. And it's not a bad thing. It just may not be a welcome thing at the time. Because when we need those lessons, when we need to learn, that's going to come to us, whether we want it to or not, right? Like, that's there. This is what we're getting. And so there's a need for you to understand that your self-worth is your admiration. I don't want to say admiration, your awareness of your self-worth and holding yourself in high regard, so that you can hold the others in high regard, maybe others in your life, that stems from you first. And they cannot ever get that authentic self-worth or energy of it if those around them don't have it. So it's actually a hindrance to others in your life if you don't find that self-worth for self and allow yourself to have it and not feel guilty for it, because you have it. It's just an unconscious guilt that you have. Okay, so what's the best way that Sagittarius can communicate more effectively? That was communicate more effectively, please. Alright, so a lot of us have conditioning about not saying things that may upset the society as a whole or a group of people as a whole because there's a fear of rejection. That, I'm not getting that it's so much a fear of rejection, but it's just like, almost like how he's like, kind of like, if I do this, what's their reaction going to be type of thing. And it's like, not worried about the rejection, but it's almost like you got to remember that every thought that we think of, every thought that we think is creating a vibration, and that vibration is going to come to fruition in our lives. Meaning that if you're going into something or thinking, oh, well, feeling guilty for your self-worth, which will play into this, they're not going to like this idea, like maybe it's a pitch, maybe it's something to do with art, whatever it may be in that regard, whatever it resonates with you. If you go in thinking this is going to fail, it's going to fail, because that's what you affirmed with your mind before you even went in. I had an ex that we tried to get back together many times and it never worked, and I was always 100% fully believed we could make it work this time. We could totally make it work this time. Well, guess what? It never worked, because he always went into our relationship with the idea that he was going to fail, I was going to leave him. And so, yeah, he failed and I left because he affirmed it, basically. And he didn't realize that he had such a strong mind. So there's a need to realize that you have that ability as well. We all do. But so much so that you're not paying attention to it, right? And it's almost like, oh, well, we like when these bad things happen because it's affirming that I was right. No, it just affirms that you created it. That's all it does. But because we're conditioned to thinking that, oh, that's what happened and I was right, rather than, well, I put those thoughts there, so obviously that's what vibrated to my reality. So just remember, if you're starting something or you're getting involved with someone or something, and there's that idea of rejection, or you have like this feeling of rejection before it even gets started, I wouldn't even do it. Don't even do it. Because you've already set into motion a vibration that you don't want. And that's the hardest part, right? So, okay. What's the best way for Sagittarius to balance the chakra, please? Releasing what doesn't serve you. Releasing, okay, this isn't even about releasing people. This whole thing is all about inner soul work, releasing the thoughts and the beliefs that no longer serve you. And what is a belief? A belief is a thought that we just continue to think, right? So you have a need to release all of these beliefs that no longer serve you, that are going to bring into fruition things that you don't want because you're thinking them. You have to release them. You have to release all self-sabotaging thoughts. If it doesn't physically make you feel good, if it doesn't physically give you a bubbly in your stomach feeling of bliss, don't think it. If it has something to do with what you're trying to manifest or bring into your life. Because what's going to happen is you're going to bring the vibration of what you fear, not what you want. The universe doesn't know the difference between what you want and what you fear. It just knows that this is the vibration that I'm continually getting from this person, so this is clearly the vibration that they want. It's that easy. It really is. And the minute that you figure out that algorithm of life, everything falls into place. So the main thing that I'm getting with all this is release, 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 release. Allow yourself to feel self-worth. Release the things that no longer serve you, even if there are people, there are things that are dead to you in this lifetime right now, dead to your spirit, that are weighing you down the way that these little, whatever, the headstones are on the earth, okay? So what's going to be the result from Sagittarius balancing this chakra, please? All right, sorry. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, the ability for others to put one over you, the ability for you to trick yourself out of your self-worth, is going to go away. There is no ability for anyone to pull wool over your eyes the minute that you see your self-worth and you release what doesn't no longer serves you at all. You're going to step out of confusion. That's really beautiful, Sagittarius. Okay. And this whole thing is all about that inner soul work, and that's really beautiful, because once you do the soul work, everything else just falls into place. Wow, I wish I had done soul work years ago. But you know, we all have to go through our path, right? Okay, so I'm going to do the Divine Circus Oracle for you guys. Give me a message for Sagittarius for their healing, please. Her wicked ways. Ooh, I like this card. She's looking like a queen. 19. She looks like a galactic queen. I love it. Love these cards. Alright, let me read 19 to you guys. You are meant to shine bright, to be a sun, even in the cold and dark depths of the winter, bringing warmth to the world. Some don't like the light. They want to freeze your enthusiasm, douse your creative fire, and rain on your parade. Don't let them. Shine your light with stubbornness and happiness. Defeat the Snow Queen and her wicked ways. The Snow Queen depicted on this card has her wicked ways. She likes to test those that aren't yet sure of their worth. She will try to freeze you with a glance that conveys criticism, judgment, and ridicule. She'll make you believe you'll be humiliated, that it's inevitable that you'll fail, and so it's better that you just don't try to begin with. That trickery will fall away. And releasing people like this out of your life as well. She'll plant seeds of doubt like a weed in your soul garden and cause you to lose energy to mental anguish. You'll find the way of your life more difficult than it needs to be if you don't take heed of what is happening and use your power to stand up to her. The Snow Queen might make her presence felt through a loved one who cannot support you, or a colleague who is envious of you and wants to see you fall, or the voice in your head that is afraid and is yet to really trust your heart to lead you. No matter where she arises, there is only one way for you to deal with the Snow Queen and her wicked ways. When she tries to freeze you with a glance and says, "Who do you think you are?" you must stand up tall and true and deeply and reply, "I am me, save your soul-slaying, doubt-making for another day. I take my own hand, freed from your icy grasp. If you stay anywhere near me, I'll melt you with my creative fire and the warmth of my love. So begone, wicked wine. It's time for you to move on." So basically, it's just everything has been reiterated here, Sagittarius. So there's a healing trick and an affirmation at the end. I will post this for you guys. I hope that this helped you. I will see you when we do the third eye chakra healing spread. Namaste, namaste.
Yeah.